Cool. So this is the start of our coverage of the British 2019 Championships. This is qualifying round, so it's sets and vols. It's me, Chris, and
Cecilia.
Cecilia, yeah.
For Jumpcast.
Yeah, a new
Our
YouTube
very
channel.
first episode.
Yeah.
Sponsored by absolutely no one.
Oh, true. If you want to give us like a good computer and a microphone, then
perhaps... And a cup of tea. I could do with a cup of tea.
Yeah, perhaps we'll keep making these. You know, you never know.
Cool.
So they're I think they're still in warm-ups at the moment. We already know who wins this, but we're not going to spoil it. We're not going to spoil it. No, we're gonna act like it's all brand new.
It is.
Yeah, it's
all fun and games.
This is basically live.
It is.
Yeah,
it's only 30 hours late.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty
Plus,
much
when it comes out next year, it will be like, you know, no time has passed.
By the time I've censored all of your swearing out of it.
Oh yeah.
She puts the spicy in spicy Italian.
I put the Italian in spicy Italian. How dare you?
You've never mentioned.
Also, can you tell these people apart? Because I'm not always able to.
Yeah. The thing about judging cameras is you get about 6 pixels.
Oh yeah. What we're seeing right now and what you're about to see is extremely low standard video quality. But extremely high quality trampolining, so it kind of makes up for it.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. The most frustrating thing is like the frame rate, because even if it was like a little bit pixely, if you get like good frame rate, then it doesn't blur so much.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So the frame rate is basically how many pictures make up the video.
So we have computer science lessons with Chris.
Yep. We've not talked about trampolining at all.
No.
Are we
not
gonna?
Even a little. I think someone is jumping. I think they did a flip. Oh, this is Ryan. I know this is Ryan.
Okay, cool.
So are we gonna introduce the competitors real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So for the ladies, we have only 2, unfortunately, as half of them did not feel like turning up.
I'm sure people from like Newt League and Settle can really.
They could have swooped in, and just taken a British medal.
I was gonna say they could vibe with it, like just feel not
okay. So we have Kat Driscoll on her 23rd consecutive British Championship.
Yep.
Very impressive. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be me going to like my 23rd ISTO in like a couple of years' time.
Aren't you already close? Like, how many ISTOs have you done now?
And we have Louise Brenzy at her first time at senior level. Louise Brenzy is currently the 17-21 world champion as of the 2018 World Championships in Moscow, Russia.
Yeah.
Moscow, was it?
Yeah.
And she's also 2019 FIG English champion.
Wait,
at senior level.
Do you mean the World Championships just gone, as in like 2018?
Well, yeah, 2018.
Oh, right, yeah.
And she's 2019 English champion at senior FIG level.
Cool. Have we started competing?
I think so.
No,
thank God.
Oh, thank God. This happens when I judge as well. It's like, have we started competing?
Is this the real thing? Well, thank God.
We've completely
That
ignored
was Jay
the
with a
warm-ups.
big reach for the mat.
Oh, my God.
That was on the opposite side of the trampoline for him. So the whole 2 shadows thing, right? So my favorite thing would be if they didn't agree on who the main shadow is and just kind of like bumped mats and nothing good for the gymnast happened. That's how everyone felt about like having double shadows.
I feel like if there's 2 people matting and one of them throws the mat in, that's the sign that they are like the boss.
Main. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, it was Jay who pushed in the mat there, so we know.
He's the boss.
We know Jay's the boss. That was a salute.
This is okay, cool.
So this is Kat.
Yeah, this is Kat.
Kat Driscoll from Apollo, 2012 Olympian, 2016 Olympic finalist.
Feels tense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like nervous for her, even though she's already competed.
Oh, no, she hasn't. This is live. This is totally live, guys.
Yeah, this is happening right now. Oh, here comes the answer. We're gonna start with full and half tuck, double tuck. Getting rid of those carryover moves to begin with. Lovely full.
Back a little bit long.
half out tuck, half in Rudy Pike. My favourite move.
Your favourite move?
As we all know.
Yeah.
And that was solid to start with.
Yeah.
I do miss her crashed out brownie ball out start, I'm not going to lie. It was pretty.
It's an interesting strategy to put 2 tariff moves at the start and 2 at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you normally get either 4 at the start, 4 at the end, I feel.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, because, like...
I feel like men tend to do 4 at the start because they put the other thrifts in. They put the weak thrifts in. The thrifts that nobody cares about. And then women's, we tend to put... Well, Bryony has 4 doubles at the end. Oh, yeah. Missing from this competition, Miss Bryony Page, currently ill and having just finished 4th in the World Cup series in Russia. And about to set off for another World Cup next weekend.
Yeah, so a lot of the higher level competitors are going to be saving themselves for Spain next week, because you know, like this comp and also Spain, super important just to do as well as you can to try and like gain those Olympic spots for next year.
Definitely. Feeling that Olympic pressure already. Lisa Brancy, she's 19 from Jumpers in Gillingham. Starts her full half as well.
That was beautiful.
Really nice shape.
Do you think we're done with body landings?
You know what? I missed them. I love a good body landing. Finishes half out tuck, double tuck.
That's quite a low tariff for a tariff move, a double tuck.
Yeah, but she's not going to have a double tuck in her vol, we presume, so it should be an interesting one.
Yeah. Cool.
Which tends to be quite rare in women's, not to have a double tuck in your vol.
Whereas for men, if you see a double tuck in the voluntary routine, it's a sign something's gone wrong. Like,
yeah, like subbing.
Yeah. Cool. Well, on to the men now, actually. This is Alex Bradshaw.
Yeah. I was like, I think it is, but he's just a pixel from my perspective from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Coached by Jay Scholar.
Lads,
yeah, he's produced plenty.
Yeah.
Sorry, good.
Yeah,
no.
go on. But, yeah, go on. Like, just saying, guys, if you're watching this and thinking, I'm competing next year, the British, can you choose the near bed? Because then we can tell who you are. Like...
But the issue with that is I was having a look at Ryan. It starts Lazy Cody. Oh, finally. Some good body landings. I was looking at Ryan, who was on the near bed, and the top of his head and his arms were disappearing off the screen, so there's that as well. Oh, lovely Rudy out. Oh, double pike. Very close to the end deck.
Nice on the full
finish, yeah.
Nice.
Jay has produced a number of national and international athletes. Some of them are emerging now, doing finals and pretty much cleaning it up. Yeah, absolutely sweeping it clean, doing absolutely amazing. He's got a few boys with really massive D scores, so.
If you look in the description of the YouTube video, Cecilia's number's down there. It's only if you've got at least a 12 tariff. Like
this is Ed Whedon from Olga.
Current
Bucks champion at senior fig level. And if I remember correctly, he qualified in last at Bucks, didn't he?
Scraped
He just about made it in the top 8 and then absolutely killed it at finals. So we can only hope he does the same again.
Yeah.
It's not like we know how this ends anyway.
No, not at all.
5 men have entered this competition. One of them is a guest. So we have 4 men and only 3 medals. It's
a different sort of tension, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, just need to beat one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, that's not how all of them approach it.
Not all of them, maybe just some of them.
I mean,
lovely lazy back Cody start. Very central. Very difficult to travel a Cody, to be fair. So first 5 moves were bang on in the middle.
He looked lost.
Yeah.
He looked a little bit lost towards the end of that full fall.
Oh, Lord.
He didn't quite have the power.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Came out for the last half of the twist, tucking down heavily.
Yeah.
But lovely lift in the half out. Enjoy the half out.
Yeah. It just seems a little bit, I don't know, it just seems a little bit odd to be so underpowered on that last skill. Well, you know, I mean,
it happens to everybody.
happens.
Next up is a guest competing from Ireland, Ryan Devine, coached by Simon Flannery. Trays in Northern Ireland. Ryan competed at British as a regular gymnast last year, but has recently switched his nationality to Irish. So he's competed for Ireland one of the last World Cups. Couldn't remember which one. And he's pretty much Ireland's only chance at, having some international representation. No shade. But yeah, doing quite well.
Oh, the break and the lazy back there. Just a little bit early with the knees.
He was 2018 DMT Junior European Champion. So well used to competing under pressure. However, DMT is definitely a specialty of his. There is always that kind of distinction between DMT gymnasts and trampolinists.
Cecilia's winking at me as if to say that, DMT
is only 2 moves.
I love DMT. DMT is my favourite.
I am scared of DMT.
Oh my god, I can't do DMT.
Me.
Jesus, no.
No. I was talking about watching. I've never set foot on a DMT. I think I've back bounced on a DMT once. So that's my DMT background. So then, Reese from Liverpool up next this set.
Just to go back to Ryan, did you see the tariff moves at the end were pretty tidy there?
Yeah.
The footing really especially. Some hard skills.
He does have difficulty on his side. Obviously, he's trained pretty tough moves for DMT. Oh, love this. I'm such a sucker for a good pike lazy back.
Yeah, it was nice. That was really nice.
I think Dylan Schmidt used to compete that, and he used to set off with his arms down, arms down, just hold down. Don't know if he still does. Haven't seen him compete in a while. Here's Chris getting an email.
Oh my god, the problems of recording on a screen. We should just be there live next year.
I wish we had the scores up. I mean, we could have the scores up.
We could potentially put the scores up. Between
me going on BG app, looking up the scores so we can tell you what Reese just got.
This is just top level production, guys.
Isn't it just? Right? Reese, currently sitting in second. Wink wink. With 49.23. Currently leading is Alex Bradshaw from Liverpool, but we do have our last Liverpool boy, and what a boy! What a man! Luke Strong, current British champion on trampoline, and also record holder for highest tariff in Britain.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
I think he still holds that tariff.
I think so too. Lovely crash dive Bernie ball out start. I do love a good crash dive Bernie ball out start. Yeah. Very difficult. Oof.
Pulling really out pike.
Oof.
Beautiful. Now watch this for the half drift pike. That is some serious difficulty. So Luke's coming in as the favourite for this group, definitely.
Easily so.
And the thing is, he trains with 2 of the other guys in the group. And they're all going to know in the back of their head he's the one to beat early.
Yeah, which can be, a great gymnast to look up to and to want to be, but also it's almost taken for granted that he's going to do well, which puts the pressure back on him, really.
Yeah.
It's all mind games, really.
Yeah.
Kat Driscoll with a vault. She has pretty pretty high difficulty score. She has 2 drifts.
2 drifts.
Yeah, 2 drifts. Which is the most drifts you get for women, really. It's as good as it gets. You have 2 drifts, you're pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's 2 drifts is enough for Olympics for women.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No one does 3 drifts. There's
None of them?
I mean, I've seen Rosie do. Could have been full in.
Yeah.
And I've seen Bryony do half in drift.
Yeah.
but I don't think I've ever seen a woman compete anything more than Triff Pike. I'll look into them. I need to watch more trampolining. Thank God we're doing this.
Do you reckon Kat would be tempted to drop her tariff because she knows she's only up against one other person?
I doubt it. I haven't watched World Cup finals last week. Well, she didn't make finals. But
this is looking good.
It is. It's solid.
Should we talk about it?
Sorry. Should we talk about this? Full finish. Really nice. Yeah, I didn't watch the World Cup in Russia. This is going so well. I didn't watch the World Cup in Russia last week, but because she didn't make finals, she might just want to have another shot at her full ball. And I think that was it.
Yeah.
I don't think she does much more than that, does she?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But I mean, that's enough, you know.
That is top stuff. That's for sure.
This routine's interesting. I've seen it. I've seen a warm it up before, and it's interesting because like she puts single somersaults after the triple.
Oh.
So,
I think she recently managed. The goal for her was to not have any singles in her vault, and I think she managed that quite recently. Maybe at English.
I think I'm gonna see a tuck back off this trip.
Was the tuck back supposed to be there? That is the question.
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Like, let's. It's always a fun game. Is that a substitution, or are you just like not wanting to do your hardest skills?
And you know what? If you're left wondering, they probably did it right.
Yeah. Right. But I find like doing single somersaults off a triff is just there's nowhere to hide.
No.
Because it shows whether or not you've got it like really well in control. So here we go.
Triff,
the triff.
tuck back, slightly gained, Rudy out pike, double tuck. Oh, then she repeats the move. Rudy out tuck. Oh no. Okay.
I think that was maybe a straight back. I'm not entirely sure.
The shape was not super clear. She does normally finish on double straight, but I feel like somewhere in the middle where that back somersault came in, something went wrong. Yeah, presumably.
We'll have to see it again. We'll see it again in the finals because obviously there will be a third routine from both of those two. If it's that but cleaner, then perhaps that's just the strategy she's opted for.
I mean, she will make finals regardless.
Yeah.
So,
if you're thinking of competing in British senior women's next year,
do 10 straddles.
Just do it. Like, you know, make top 8. I'd love it if like.
So we're back to Alex Bradshaw now. Alex has competed at the Youth Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And I thought Andrew Stamp did as well, and I've been wondering, where is Andrew Stamp?
If you're watching this and you are Andrew Stamp, leave a comment.
Please let us know.
Yeah, leave a comment below.
We'll soon have social media platforms at Jumpcast. Is that our name?
You maybe. I don't know.
No, we'll figure it out. But anyway, hit us up and we'll get you back on the international scene. We're top coaches. We're just looking for athletes. It's not the other way around.
This is what we do instead of scouting 10-year-olds.
Yeah,
like,
we
put videos out like and just see if anyone who's already like really,
who's already
really
good without us, having to put in all the work.
Yeah.
To begin with.
Yeah.
Getting some height there. Right, lovely drift pike. We have a 3 drifts there. Very interesting. Ooh, very gained.
He's holding on.
Ooh.
Oh, unfortunate end on the pike Rudy out there. Just casting it a little bit too much towards his left, which is towards Jay. He looked like he was holding on really well through the start of it. But then just as it's coming towards the end, he's obviously taken off, dropped his shoulder a little bit, and just pushed it towards Jay. So he seems to be alright there. He's walked off. Gutted, but walking, so.
That's always the most important thing. If you can leave the field to play on your own feet, then, you've done something right.
Something right? I don't know.
We're both currently crippled, so we can't really talk. But yeah, as Chris was saying, we are looking for athletes, and as you could tell, we have very good attention to detail. If someone crashes out, we're able to tell almost immediately. Back to Edward Whedon from Olga Pool / what uni is he from?
Bournemouth Uni.
Yeah, you said that.
I didn't know Bournemouth had a uni
until he competed.
Until he competed, yeah. So he won bucks in, what was it, March, April?
March was the month where we had like all the competitions, and then April was ISTA, which is none of the competitions.
ISTA barely counts as a competition.
Yeah, I feel like all these people should turn up to ISTA. Has any of these ever been to ISTA?
No.
You know what? Reese Gray has.
Oh my god,
Remember the year Reese Gray was at ISTA? We remember that fondly. And he
sure
did like a gymnastics routine, like he did like cartwheel, forward roll, like whatever, and then took 2 steps and did brownie full.
Yep.
Anyway, another thrift bike here. Half tuck. Gained a little thrift tuck, toe tuck. I don't think we're just watching this and absolutely saying nothing. Full out finish, kind of unusual for a man.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
plainly through it, you know.
Finished on his feet.
Yeah, I mean.
Also, shout out to Alex for that back pullover. Honestly, Rudy had back pullover.
Yeah.
Man, imagine that.
Yeah.
I can never. Just the back pullover, the Rudy is fine.
Yeah. It's crazy to think if people are joining this from like Northern League or Southern League or even the Scottish League, I don't think they've ever seen a competition floor that's not littered with students just recovering.
I mean, books, it's students recovering on like their seats.
Yeah.
Not on the floor, because they don't let you lie down on the floor.
Yeah.
I love that he's saying this as like the only Irish athlete is about to start their routine. Anyway, this is Ryan Devine. Hopefully we're 3 thrift stars. Hopefully.
We haven't actually seen his routine yet, so it could be anything.
Well, I might have.
Oof.
But I don't know if I saw the one from like finals or this one. But as I was telling you, oh no, maybe not in this one. But you kind of missed the top of his head at some point.
Yeah, but at least on the nearer bed you can tell it's
I
him.
also, oh there we go, thrift bike, half thrift tuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually quite nice. Full half, bit shallow. Good bit of travel. Oh, very interesting.
Difficult
Very
routine.
difficult finish, yeah. And kills his balance on the exit, which is interesting.
Yeah. So you don't have to do the out bounce if you don't want to.
No, but I do think it looks better.
Dave Ross, you know, the Canadian coach, has like stopped some of his people from doing out bounces.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like.
It's just another opportunity to fall over. So.
I mean, it's true that at this level, a lot of the mishaps do occur on their outbounds, but I just prefer how when someone kills their bounce after the last skill, I feel like something's gone wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you have that. I don't know. And also killing, like, if you've ever jumped to max height and then killed your bounce.
I feel like that's not good for you, is it?
Yeah, you need to.
I mean, if Dave Ross says that you should do it,
you should.
I mean, his athletes are well conditioned, so
yes.
maybe. Well, not my athletes, that's for sure. Unless, any of you better lot decide to join my non-existent trampoline club.
We should start a club.
We should start. Jump cast club!
Jump cast, the trampoline squat. Oh my god. Yeah, so if you're looking to sponsor the channel, you could always send us like some trampolines, a warehouse.
We didn't ask for much.
No.
Another thrift bike start.
The boys are looking like they've all copied each other's homeworks, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting through it with varying
you
levels
could
of
always
success.
rely on Luke Strong to keep it interesting with a really out thrift. Just not today.
Not today.
Spoilers. Oof.
Cool. Neatly through them all. He looks quite happy with that.
You know what truly upsets me about the quality of this video? I can't comment on the Leos because I can't see them.
Oh,
Which is a very important part of the competition, I
of
think.
course. Maybe
Duh.
that's why Bryony didn't compete.
No, she just launched a new whole, like,
Exactly.
line of video.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh. 'Cause she was
Quattro, if you're listening, can you hit us up with some leotards? Or even a scrunchie would do. I feel like if I just did this and got a free scrunchie out of it, that would still be less than my train to Manchester and back. Yeah, I feel like at least a little bit of my expenses were covered.
Fair enough. Oh, God.
We have the double shadow situation here.
There
But
we
look
go.
strong. Look strong.
Yeah. Manny can fit a scrunchie
Looking
if he
strong.
wanted to.
Lovely triff bike. There's the back triff and another triff, and that's all the triffs for today, ladies and gentlemen. So no really out triff for today.
Yeah. His routine looks pretty similar to Reese's, to be honest. Like, apart from that full Rudy straight.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Didn't see a full Rudy straight.
Yeah,
Reese's
the full
one.
Rudy straight's nice, and obviously it ups his difficulty a little bit.
This is playing it a bit safe for Luke, but he is just back from an injury. Did he fracture his ankle? Does that sound familiar?
Stress fracture, I think it was.
Stress fracture, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to my just normal fracture.
And he's only just gone back to the competitive scene. He's done World Cup, and what else has he done? Not quite sure, but he hasn't done many competitions since he was injured.
Yeah.
So
So
that seems like a pretty smooth recovery. I should stop playing with this.
yeah, when you know you've got time, like, because he had like what 4 months, 5 months to actually get through everything.
It's like if there was ever a good time to get injured, it would be
When he did get injured.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
essentially.
roughly when Rosie got injured. Did she also fracture her ankle? It was an ankle injury.
Maybe.
I don't know. Be careful with your
Cool.
ankles.
So
kids.
that's the end of the qualifying rounds anyway.
It is.
So I mean, it's pretty close with the boys. I think Luke Strong's in the lead by about 2 points, give or take.
Well, we're gonna look at.
Yeah.
This
So
now.
let's have a quick talk through scores.
Oh, actually, he's just about just in terms of vols. Luke's optional scored just over a tenth higher than Reese's.
Oh wow.
Which is very impressive.
That's pretty close.
Followed by Ryan Devine, then Ed Whedon, and Alex Bradshaw after that unfortunate fall on scale 10. Well, I can add these up, but...
Well, you don't need to,
Yeah.
it's there. That's the qualifying
Oh,
round.
sorry, there we go.
There
Yeah,
you
he
go.
was leading by a couple of points. Still very impressed with Reese's ball, to be honest.
Yeah. It's looking
Very
pretty
impressed,
good.
yeah.
Looking pretty good. So, I mean, it's still all to play for. Obviously, 2 marks. You can recover 2 marks in one routine. But when you're not the favourite to win, and, you know, it's looking tight, I'd say Luke's still definitely the favourite going into the finals. Yep. So, we're going to cut here, I reckon, and then through the power of, like, not live video, we'll go straight into...
What do you mean not live video? We're going to sit
Okay.
here and wait.
We're going to sit here and wait.
We're back, and we're keeping it PG.
We're back and we're trying again. Even though this is live, this is totally live, guys.
It is live.
Yeah.
There's no messing this up anyway. Right, so going straight into finals, but as Chris has mentioned, but you haven't heard it, it's not really finals.
No.
Explain why.
So normally, like at a World Cup or something where you've got like 70 competitors, the finals would be the top 8 best gymnasts. Alright, so the finals will be the top 8 best gymnasts. And yeah, obviously we don't have 8 gymnasts today.
Well, if we put them together, we have 7.
Yeah.
Oh, just on the side, we're still missing Izzy
Yeah.
from Olga,
Yeah, I think so. Is this on us?
who was competing last week in Russia at the World Cup, and she's also represented Britain at the European Games in Minsk earlier this year, alongside Corey Walks, who's also not here.
Yeah.
Was also at the Khabarovsk. Am I saying that right?
I think it is Khabarovsk.
Okay, we're gonna go with Khabarovsk.
We're going to go for
And if
Khabarovsk.
we have any like Russian fans that care to like correct us, then
And speak English.
please, and speak English, and you know the two are
Yeah.
highly unlikely to coexist.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anywho, yeah, Corey was also at the European Games earlier this year.
Yeah, it feels empty, doesn't it? It feels like a really empty group. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't put this out there
We
when
have a
they're
big
trying to
four
sell tickets.
missing. Nathan, 2016 Olympian, also resting ahead of Spain next week, and just back from the World Cup in Russia. So yeah.
What was the town name? What was the city name again?
Khabarovsk.
So one more time.
What does it sound like?
No, I'm just teasing you. Khabarovsk.
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 But the VS.
The VSK.
I feel like
Khabarovsk.
VSK. I feel like the V is not really there, is it?
Khabarovsk.
Visk.
Ovsk.
That's a lot of consonants and like
Yeah, they're Russian. They're
in
they're
one
consonants.
syllable. Yeah, they do love their consonants.
Yeah.
Anyway. I can't wait until we start commentating international competitions and we have to like wrap our tongues around. Absolutely.
What, you're wrapping your tongue around?
Hantaro's first name, mate. I can't say that to save my life. I've always called him Hantaro. And now his wife, you know the way they changed their name. So it's not really taking their husband's last name. So like he's Hantaro and she's Hantarova now.
Yeah.
I think her name is Anna.
Oh.
Also from Belarus. But yeah, also a top trampolinist.
Nice.
What a power couple.
Oh my god, mixed
We
synchro.
love a we love a power couple.
Yeah. There should be a category for synchro that's only for like
couples.
Yeah.
Mate, I'd
Just
love
couples
that. You know what I suggested recently, and people laughed at me, but I'd love roulette synchro at like Worlds.
Oh.
People were like, do you really think? And I was like, yes. If I was FIG, this is an appeal to the FIG. Please make roulette synchro happen at Worlds next year or this year.
Might be a bit soon for this year.
So for the next quad, we're gonna apply for a BG job and then get a FIG job, and we're gonna make roulette synchro happen at Worlds. How do you feel about that?
That seems like a good long-term plan.
We're gonna turn Worlds into a SO. That is now my ultimate life goal. Up on the near bed, we have Edwin from Algapool warming up. They only have a handful of seconds and they only tend to warm up one or two big skills. Potentially their trickier link in their routine. Lovely lift in that double back. It's nice when you get the drift just right and the double back shoots up.
Cannot relate at all.
Honestly, same.
There's a video out there somewhere of me trying to drift start and like it doesn't end well. It ends in tears.
Oh well.
There's one where I get through it and then like you think it's going okay for like 4 more moves and then it all just sort of ends abruptly.
I feel for the coaches though, because I feel like whenever you're matting a new skill or shadowing a routine, like such an important context, you know, the athletes get that adrenaline rush that kind of like even calms them down after they've done it. Like they've done it, they've experienced it, it's out of their system. Yeah. And the coaches just left there shaking. Well, at least I am. I just like when that's me, like just looking like, you know, just like shadowing and hoping for the best. It's just like I just carry on shaking for the next 15 minutes. So I do feel for them.
I don't know. I don't think it doesn't bug me so much. Like even when I was like matting for like Ralph's trip at Isto this year, like even like it was scary to mat for because you knew he was a bit. Is he gonna make it or not? But yeah, he got through it in the end.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, it is nerve-wracking though. Nicely done.
Nicely done. Have to remember the microphone's on a desk. It's also the world's smallest microphone.
Beds are cleared.
We are taking donations.
Cat Driscoll to start our final. Just really not a final.
Is that Cat Driscoll?
Is that Cat Driscoll? Good
like
question.
There's 6.
Is it Louise?
That's Louise.
It is Louise.
Yeah, sometimes you have to like guess from the coach because they're slightly nearer to the camera, which is really
because I feel like
quality.
Cat also wearing navy today, just to make my life a little bit easier.
White and navy. Yeah, white and navy. I think was it white and red? I can't remember. Well, I can see the Gillingham jacket on the coach.
Okay, because
So,
I would not recognise the Gillingham logo if it slapped me in the face.
Yeah,
But
so I'm pretty sure this is Louise. Also,
hi, I'm Cecilia. I'm not from here.
we're competing in reverse order.
Oh, so the top qualifier goes last, just for a little bit of added pressure, because who doesn't love pressure?
Yeah.
The athletes.
But it's not a zero final, so all free scores count.
Inbouncing is always the hardest part, isn't it?
It is. She looks like she's taking a bit longer to start.
Yeah, exactly. Just, getting in your head and picking the right bounce, and you see athletes just kind of like stop and sit down for a minute. And you have so long until you actually have to start your routine after each salute, but it doesn't feel that way. Try to start again. Tuck back again, so we can only assume that was meant to be there. Ready up, pike, double back. Ready up, tuck, straight back. So that was meant to be a straight back that last time, but she does have 2 singles in this routine. Finishes half out, lovely double straight. That double straight is easy.
Yes.
For her.
Yeah, it does look neat. It looks effortless.
Yeah.
So definitely much lower tariff than Kat Driscoll's going to be competing.
But a much better routine than she competed in the qualifying round, so that's an improvement for her.
Yeah.
And it is her first time competing seniors at this level with this field, so that's nice. And it must be intimidating competing against a 2-time Olympian.
Especially when it's the 2-time Olympian and no one else.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one else
it's
there.
It's like, oh, well, it's just the two of us.
Yeah, there's no one else there who, like, you think, well, at least I'm better than that person.
Yeah, you're guaranteed a medal. But she's better than all the other girls in this competition.
Well, that's the thing, getting to this comp is an achievement.
It is.
The minimum tariff is high. You've got to go through the spring event series. You've got to at least, like... Yeah. So you can't rock up with planning to finish a routine. You've got to finish your routine at a spring event series to qualify.
Yeah. And she has been training with the senior women for quite a while now. So even just to be added to that squad, that is absolutely amazing for her. And she's done such a good job.
Cool. Kat's got a weird sort of pressure now because it's like she knows she should win this.
Ooh. Gets a mat for the inbounds.
So the routine hasn't actually started yet, so she's okay with that for now?
Have you ever had to mat an inbounce? Because I've done it once or twice, I think.
I don't think I've ever matted an inbounce.
Like, I've matted it to stop the person because it was just going on forever. Or, like, I've asked them to tell me to ask for the mat if they just wanted the mat. This is exactly what I said would happen, but I swear to God I hadn't watched it because this is like... but back to my original thought, I had to push in a mat. Like, I had that kind of situation. Do you remember Cian Lawler from ECD?
I do remember Cian Lawler.
I can't remember if he was going for a Miller or Triff. I want to say Triff. But anyway, he was pushing it. Like, he was bouncing higher than he'd be comfortable with.
Yeah.
And at some point was like, well, either I chuck the mat in or he's going to die. So that's not a nice thing to mat. Absolutely no problem. The first 3 skills anyway.
Really nice in the half-half pike, actually. Like, really central.
Oh, big tuck down into Rudy out. Has to sub it. Puts in a tuck back. Half-out double pike finish. Definitely not the routine she had hoped for.
No. I feel like the double pike should have been where the tuck back was, probably.
And full to finish.
Yeah,
probably. I feel like that's her routine.
Yeah.
I do not know these routines inside and out.
No.
As I should. But I want to say that's the case.
Yeah, even with that substitution, though, her tariff is going to be much, much higher. So I feel pretty confident.
She does only have 1 single, to be fair.
Yeah.
But this is not quite the standard that would hold Kat up to. Still, really good recovery, really smart thinking. I think subbing is one of the hardest things to do. And, like, you kind of know yourself and you know the weak spots in your routine and what you can do and how you can change it around. But the amount of quick thinking that you need, and when you have to do it on the spot at a big competition, it's just... Yeah. It's really impressive that these athletes can do that.
There's no substitute for just practice and finishing 10 no matter what. Because once you can get through the routine, you need to practice getting through 10 skills. Start the routine with the aim to finish it, obviously. But and that's why mock competitions...
And counting is hard.
Yeah.
Counting when you're up,
the
routine, sounds dumb, but it is hard.
Yeah.
Drift bike start for Alex Bradshaw, is it?
Yeah, this is
half
Alex.
in, half drift, half out drift tuck. Actually, really nice on the start here.
So it's fighting a little bit. Sometimes you get feel
Yeah.
a little bit stuck in one corner of the bend.
Yeah. Also big tug down in that double tuck. But finishes strong, which is a good redemption for him.
Yeah.
Um,
You're always sort of happy that you finished your final, but he's going to be still gutted about
yeah,
that. Well,
definitely not too happy about that. But
what can you do?
yeah, this is our sport. This is what we're playing with. It's just
Yeah.
inches. Anywho, it's actually been fairly solid so far.
Yeah.
Only one crash, and what we have 7 competitors, 14, 15, 16, 17 routines, only one crash.
17 routines?
Well,
7 competitors, 3 routines each, 21? Oh, how many we've got so
So
far?
far.
So far, I have no
About
idea.
17 routines. Well,
yeah,
we've had
probably.
everyone go twice and 3 routines, and only
Quick-
one crash.
I don't do maths live.
Oh, do you not? I'm trash at it other than this. This is very simple math
I
stuff.
can't do maths live, no.
And we didn't from Olga Pool.
Bournemouth University.
Whichever.
Which is a place, apparently. Like, I don't know
Not
where
that I
Bournemouth...
knew until now.
Do you know where Bournemouth is?
Not a clue.
No,
I feel
no
like
idea.
it's south though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Like south near the coast, at somewhere. I don't want. Like I couldn't tell you if it's like east or west. I do quite enjoy the Olga kit. I just do, and they do all that crazy stuff with the ombre with the girls Leos, and no one absolutely cares about this except me. But you know, they do a nice. They kind of look like the British Leos, which I also do really enjoy.
Olga, if
Shout
you're
out to
listening...
Quattro. If you
yeah.
have any spare Leos going, again, send them our way.
I was going to say Olga if you have like a spare leotard.
Oh, absolutely. Any piece of kit. I just really like their kit. Oh, my God.
Oh,
And, yeah. I had not seen this.
completely done in. So,
yeah, 2 moves in, clips the end deck.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think it looked like he actually came down a little hard from the pike drift. On his heels almost, so
Yeah.
his weight's a bit far back.
And shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so into that half is just too long. The shoulders are too far back.
You know what's really off-putting for Ryan now? He was expecting another 8 skills, and he was probably sat down visualizing or just like looking at the person ahead of him, and you have to go up after a crash. And by the way, I feel like I just called it because I was like, oh, we haven't had that many crashes, and Edwin gets up and crashes out. I feel really bad for him, poor chap, but
He jinxed it.
I feel really bad for Ryan. He's only guesting, but still he's getting up and he has to do 10 very difficult moves. And the last thing in his mind was just the image of that crash, which wasn't horrific, but
No,
still, it's
no,
just
still.
not a good thing, you know?
I don't know, because like, so you know that feeling of like, I can do better than at least that
Yeah,
one.
but he's guesting, so he doesn't really have that. I feel like he just wants to do 10 nice moves.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not in his head, I couldn't tell you.
So when you compete, do you watch others or do you
I
focus on yourself?
never, ever watch people in my category.
Ah.
I refuse to. Purely because, like, if they do too well, I'm going to get really nervous. And if they, like, hurt themselves or crash out, I'm going to think that I'm going to do that. So I can't watch them.
Oh, this is quite a strong start. That pike drift was really,
Yeah.
really
Full
early.
half tuck was a bit shallow.
His arms are a little bit wild sometimes.
As you said that, he had the weirdest outbounds ever. Is he wearing an Irish Leo? I'm enjoying looking at men's Leos. That's
Okay.
how bad this is.
Okay.
No one ever enjoys men's Leos.
No.
That's just a fact. China had fantastic kit the last Worlds, though. I can tell you
Well,
that.
the ones with the China down the back, down the middle of the back.
I can't remember, but it had this weird fade into like either black or yellow, and one of them was red, one of them was yellow. It was amazing. It was
Okay.
really good kit. I'll show you later if I can find it.
Gymshark.
Absolutely, Gymshark, if you're listening, I'm a huge fan.
This isn't so much a podcast as much as like an audio wish list of everything that Cecilia would accept for free.
Is it a podcast if there's like a video involved. This,
I don't know.
It's not video
Like,
of us,
a
but
commentary.
I like to think of it as a podcast though,
Yeah.
because I've always, well, not always, but I've wanted to like do a podcast for quite a while now.
And we wouldn't feel so irresponsible for completely ignoring people's routines.
Oh yeah, it's like we're commentating on the routines, but really you don't have to watch them. Love that arm set and love that pike drift.
He's maintaining his height pretty
Yeah,
well.
and he's staying quite central as well.
This looks good. This
Yeah.
looks really good. Just a little bit back there. Into the millet. Fantastic. Well controlled.
That
Good
was
stop.
so good.
Yeah.
This is Reese.
This
isn't
is
it?
Reese.
He's
Yeah.
has such a strong competition.
Yeah. It'd be quite
And
happy with
thinking of strong, well, talking of strong competition,
that. Yeah. So segue into who's up
Yeah.
next.
Luke Strong,
Luke Strong.
strong competition.
Strong competition. Love it. So,
Now his coach Jay.
Yeah.
Did they just adjust the trampoline?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Because I was told off at ISTO for doing that, because they were like, that's how everybody else competed. You can't like straighten it out
Yeah,
now.
but it's his test, so
Yeah.
you know.
But like they were being more like strict.
Yeah, but
at
who was the
It
guy
was
named?
Column. Of course it was Column. Who else could it be that
wow.
would give me such grief over straightening out the trampoline?
Named and shamed.
Column Galligan, if you're listening, you're
Send us
trash.
free
Oh, he works in Supersonic now. Column, can I get a free Supersonic top, even though I already have 4?
What is Supersonic?
That's my old club.
Oh, of course.
Duh.
Oh, well, I mean, I'd know if they had any British champions.
I mean, it's an Irish club, so that'd be quite difficult. But if they did manage to have a British champion, well, being in Ireland, that would be very impressive.
Yeah. So Luke Strong's dropped his difficulty.
Actually, that's what Ryan Devine managed last year. He's Irish, and he was British champion in DMT.
Really?
Sorry, Luke Strong. Yeah, he has dropped his. He has a 4 or 5 drifts there. He has a Rudy out, 2 half and half outs, 2 half outs.
I don't think he uses the second half and half out. It doesn't use the half and half out pike drift because he puts it in the set on purpose.
Oh, he does. Okay, but
Yeah.
he does have 5 drifts, and he competes for normally. Now we can appreciate that he's not doing his full difficulty after his injury and just after coming back to competition.
I mean, to be fair, he did compete his full difficulty last week.
Oh, I was not watching
So
that.
I think so anyway. And I think he's mostly just trying to save his legs.
Then yeah,
But that does mean the pressure's on for him to execute it really well.
he doesn't really need this competition, does he?
I don't know. Because this is one of
But
the...
it's nice to see these people here.
Yeah. And this is one of the things that you can take in going into selection. Because next year, there may only be one spot for a male Olympic trampolinist for Great Britain. And this is one of the things that he can show as, look, I've had, more recent competition experience, and fair enough, he didn't demonstrate his full tariff, but he demonstrated, enough to win.
Yeah.
And that still says
He
a
is
lot
the
about
top
consistency.
male at the minute.
Yeah.
And, well,
Yeah. But,
as the results are about to, oh jeez, come in. Right, we're done with all the routines for today. Really well done to all the athletes. Some of them did better than others. Oh, we have more replies. Jesus, we're famous.
We are famous, Insta famous.
Absolutely. It's 5 replies. And I
Jesus.
just posted a picture of Mike.
Oh, God.
This tiny little thing that we're talking into.
Oh, God.
Has done absolutely amazing. Right. Having a quick flick through the scores. BG score decides to co-op, right? Yeah. That would be the top competition and well
So, I feel like, yeah, so that's pretty much the...
this is it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Luke Strong has won, by
Yeah.
the way. Right. Fake friends level, senior men.
This
So-
ending kind of shows that it's not live as well.
Oh yeah. Oops. Well. So Luke Strong wins his 2nd British title in a row. Could be
Fifth total.
5th total.
Fifth total.
Is it?
I don't think it's 5 in a row.
It's
Definitely.
the 2nd one in a row
Yes.
at the minute.
Yes, because he didn't win 2017. I think Nathan won that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ahead of the rest of the field, which would be So, top spot for Luke Strong from Liverpool. Then second place, Reese, who actually had the top score for his finals routine,
Yeah,
which
so
is really impressive.
yeah,
He did have a great routine.
in the zero finals, Reese would have won the title.
Yeah. So very impressive. So Luke was just under a couple of points ahead. Third place for Ryan Devine, however, he does not get a medal because he's Irish. That is the only reason why he's not getting a medal. And in third place, City of Liverpool. So Liverpool go 1, 2, 3.
Nice, cool.
So congratulations, Liverpool. And Edwin in fourth place. After a disappointing final for him.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
It's a bit gutting. He's still got DMT to look forward to, though. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot he does DMT.
Yeah,
I feel like until today, when I looked and I saw his name in the finals, I didn't know he did DMT.
I don't remember if he did DMT at Bucks.
We're gonna do DMT. Well, we watched DMT purely because it won a laugh at Leo.
Should I cut the video before you say that or after?
After.